back to my channel. If you've been following along, you've probably seen my other weekly videos. I'm on week 5 right now of The Artist's Way. This week is recovering a sense of possibility. So The Artist's Way, if you're new here, it's a 12-week course to kind of help rediscover your creative self. Let's just dive right in. Limitations we place on ourselves stems from a scarcity mindset, not wanting our luck to run out or our well to dry up. Remembering that the universe is our source, an energy flow that likes to extend itself, we become more able to tap into our creative power. We must learn to let the flow manifest itself where it will, not where we will it. For instance, shaking an apple tree, expecting apples to drop, and then the universe delivers you oranges. Creativity is a spiritual issue. Any progress is made by leaps of faith. Ask yourself bluntly, what next step you are evading? What dream are you discounting as impossible given your resources? My dream is I want to be a full-time artist. For the past, maybe over a decade, it's what I've wanted, and always keeping myself from moving forward with it. And I think, part of me kind of believed that it wasn't possible for me. And that's what this chapter is all about, recovering a sense of possibility. So I'm finally feeling like it's a possibility for me, regardless of whatever stands against me. I'm going to try. Okay, on to the next segment, which is called Finding the River. Listening to our artist child's wants and needs, it starts to feel more safe with us, speaks a little louder, nudging us to explore new fun things to do. Recovery is the process of finding the river and saying yes to its flow, rapids and all. We startle ourselves by saying yes instead of no to opportunities. By holding lightly to an attitude of gentle exploration, we begin to lean into creative expansion. By replacing no way with maybe, we open the door to mystery and to magic. In the past weeks, I've been having a hard time connecting with my artist child, and I suddenly had felt an urge to roller skate. And I said yes to it when for the past year and a half I've been saying no. I have not been allowing myself to play in that way. Roller skating is one of the things that instantly makes me feel like a kid again. When I was a kid, my mom used to take my brother and I to the roller skating rink. Some of my best childhood memories were at the rink. It's so hard to not feel like a kid when you're skating. It's a carefree feeling when I'm skating. Suddenly all my adult worries just wash away. I'm having the time of my life on my 8 wheels. So yeah, saying yes more to things that clearly make me really happy and bring me joy. On to the next segment. It's called The Virtue Trap. An artist must have downtime, time to do nothing. Defending our right to such time takes courage, conviction, and resiliency. An artist requires the upkeep of creative solitude, the healing of alone time. Without this period of recharging, our artist becomes depleted. Many recovering creatives sabotage themselves most frequently by making nice. Many of us have made a virtue out of deprivation. For an artist, virtue can be deadly. We strive to be good, to be nice, to be helpful, to be unselfish. We want to be generous, of service to the world, but what we really want is to be left alone. When we can't get others to leave us alone, we eventually abandon ourselves. Our artist has checked out. Our life is now an out-of-body experience. We're gone. Our creative self no longer trusts us. Why should it? We sold it out. Afraid to appear selfish, we lose ourselves. We become self-destructive. I have definitely been caught up in the virtue trap. I have been, a people pleaser in the past, overextending myself, saying yes when I really don't have the capacity. It's this wanting to be a nice person. So I tend to, have a hard time saying no to people. I don't want to come across like mean or that I don't care, but sometimes I don't have the energy to give. It's like that saying, you need to fill up your cup before you can fill up another's cup. When you have nothing to give, when you're depleted, it's really hard to be there for others. I've gotten a little bit better with saying no when I really feel like saying no. It's still really tough. I'm definitely still healing from that. When I'm not giving myself like this much needed alone time, I tend to become very irritable, very angry, and no one else, is going to make sure I'm getting that time. That is my responsibility. It's not fair to put that on someone else, because I've definitely like lashed out at people when I'm not getting what I need. I don't think I was even really listening to myself, because if I had, I would have realized like at that time I really could have used some time, to roller skate, to say yes to that. I probably would have been in a much better mood if I had just done that for myself. When the author, mentioned about your artist checking out, your artist is gone, and it's really hard to, reconnect at that point once, you kind of lost its trust. It's one of like the most awful feelings, kind of like there's something missing within you. There's some missing piece. And I believe that that's, the artist within you. When that creative part of yourself, isn't there anymore, like you don't feel like yourself at all. I am really grateful that I found this course. I might still be in that place. The course so far, even just like 5 weeks in, has been such an eye-opener, such a learning experience. I mean, a lot of these things that I'm learning, I want to take away even after the course ends. Like the morning pages, those have really been helpful for me to gain self-awareness. It's been helpful to kind of dig deeper and realize like all the things that I really want to do that I haven't been letting myself do. So yeah, there is a lot of growth happening. I wanted to talk about something else before wrapping things up here. Just something that happened that was a really nice positive change. I'm very cat-like, a creature of habit. I have a routine. I'm one of those people who 100% when they go to a restaurant orders the same exact thing, because I know that I like that, and there's, a risk ordering something new. It could just be absolutely terrible. So I've been kind of nudging myself to disrupt my routine in very little ways. So this past week, I've been bringing my work outside with me because it's been such beautiful weather. It's been like in the 70s, sunny. So what I did was I took my Artist's Way book with me outside and with a chair, and I just kind of sat out there and read in the company of my chickens, by the way. So yeah, just getting the outside sounds, the birds, the smell of outside, the sun on me. It was really lovely. I even took like little breaks throughout my reading just to admire all the spring flowers that are popping up. So yeah, that was just a really small thing that I did, but it had such a profound effect on me the rest of the day. It was a huge mood booster. I think that's it for this week. As promised in my last week's video, I had mentioned that I would have a little like office studio tour. Like I said last time, this is not my real studio. It's just temporary while I am renovating my studio downstairs. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video of my studio tour. Thank you for being here on my journey through creative restoration. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.
See, I hadn't figured out what or why I wanted to paint. I had to discover my own style. When you fly, you rely on what's inside of you, don't you?
Uh-huh. We fly with our spirit.
Trusting your spirit, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That same spirit is what makes me paint and makes your friend bake. But we each need to find our own inspiration, Kiki. Sometimes it's not easy.